Yeah, I guess one of my thoughts is that the challenge with taking a simple approach at the beginning and typing this data in is that later on you're going to have to copy that data in some way and stick it somewhere else.
Right.
So I thought we'd look at record formats and attaching, making symbols, that kind of stuff, because it might not be suitable for the title block anyway, but it's a good idea to know how to do this so that you can make it for other objects. I tend to use things like data tags these days to do what I used to use record formats for. But I thought we could have a look at it anyway. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go through making symbols. And one of the things I'm going to do is start here. Now, I think I'm using inches. Okay, so now you might notice, Tom, that I've actually started with my object right at the bottom corner of my page, because I'm going to make a symbol.
Yep.
And the first thing I want to talk to you about is when you make a symbol, it's a good idea to have that symbol have an insertion point. Now you might notice I've just nudged my rectangle away from the corner, and I'm going to get my 2D locus tool and put it there on the bottom corner of my printable area. Now, I could be wrong, Tom, but all of my title blocks always go at the bottom right-hand corner.
Yep.
Which means that if I use that point there as my insertion point, then I don't have to worry about getting my title block in the right place. I can get it to snap to that area. So we need to have some text. So you want to store, let's see, we'll store the client's name. Let's see if I can spell this correctly. So let's use, not center, we're going to use left justified, and this is going to be client name. Now each of these has to be a different piece of text. So the client name, this is going to be the project. Don't use the return key or the enter key for that. So I'm going to go duplicate. So if I drag a copy, one of the tricks I like in Vectorworks is you drag a copy, Tom. So I just drag that down with the control key. Now, I don't know if you notice, I use the shift key as well. See, I'm getting that dotted line lining up.
Yep.
And I'm holding the shift key down, which actually forces it to line up. And once I've done that, I can then go Control or Command D, and it places another bit of text exactly the same distance.
Huh.
So we got the project, we might have the address. Oh, I've got too many D's now. Address, what else do we need to know, Tom?
Town.
Okay, so, town. My fingers want to go the wrong direction. What else? Phone number. Phone, project name, address, street address, project name, street address, client name, your name?
Sure.
Architect, and I'm running out of things to record. That should probably be enough. So we've got a few things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of that. Now you notice I even included the little locus down there, Angelique. And now I go modify and create symbol. So the idea of a symbol, Tom, is that every time we use this, it's going to be identical. So create a symbol. This is my simple title. Simple title block, 1. I might do more than 1. Now my insertion point is the next mouse click. If I use the plain center, Angeli, it'll be about here, and that won't allow me to snap to the bottom corner. So I'm going to use this next mouse click. I'm going to click down at this corner. That will become my insertion point. It's not going to insert in walls. We'll leave the instance in place. And I'm going to leave all this stuff because I'm not going to worry. Oh, I'll just change this, I think. Whenever I use this symbol, Tom, regardless of my active class, it will always assign this to the none class. And it saves me having to think about what class is up here. It's a step that I can forget, which I quite like, because the more you can get Vectorworks to do stuff without you having to think about it, I believe the easier you work, the more fun you have, and at the end of the day, your brain's not as tired. I'm sure there's some psychological reason for all of that, but there we are. And I'm going to put this into my title block styles. Okay, so there we are, Tom. I've got one of those. I can place it as many times as I want. There's my insertion point here. Notice how it snaps to the bottom corner of my drawing. Double click and it places it. Now the problem with this that I've got at the moment, Tom, is that if I edit it and I change the client name, let's change that to Fred. Let's exit my symbol. There's a button up here to exit the symbol. Now notice that both of them have ended up with Fred.
Oh.
Now, for a simple project, that's probably enough, because once you edit the text, you can just go to the symbol, edit the text, and it will update all of those objects. The downside of that, of course, is that you can't, I'll tell you what we're missing. We're missing a drawing title. So if I select all these and select all of those, let's move those down. I'm just using my nudge key. And you notice that my symbol outside is actually updating at the same time. We forgot a title. So the problem with the current system we've got, Tom, is that every time I update the drawing title, it updates everywhere. So that's no good. So what we need is a system in Vectorworks that allows us to make a symbol, but make some of these fields editable. And the trick we want is, what did you call it? You said that you want to put an object, you want to attach data to that object, because as you find out information, you want to then be able to attach that data to it. That's what you said, wasn't it? So what we need is a object or a concept called a record format. If we create a new resource in the active file, and we want to create a record format. Now, a record format is a structured way of recording information. I think all of us these days have got a phone, haven't we, where you've got a phone contact, and in the contact it's got their first name goes here, and their second name goes here, and their phone number goes there, and their email goes there, and it's a structured way of recording information. That's a database, and a record format is just a database. So we're just going to create a structure for recording this information. Let's create that. Tom's title. Tom's title block. So what do we need to know? We need to record the drawing title. It's going to be text. If we want, we can make a pop-up, which can be quite handy. If you make a list of the drawings that you're normally making, Tom, perspective, floor plan, site plan, you can then pick them from a list. So it's probably, we need a bit more flexibility than that. So we'll just leave it as text. So, Anjali, are you with me so far?
Yes.
Cool. Any questions about making Tom's title block data?
No, I'm good so far.
Cool. Oh, there's something else we're missing, Tom, and that would be, let's right click and edit that. We need a drawing number, don't we?
Right.
Drawing number. I'm guessing that you might use numbers and letters.
Correct.
Which means we have to leave that as text. Again, we could use a pop-up. We could have 1, 2, 3, 4, but we'll just leave that. So what we need to do now, Tom, is we need to double click on this. We're going to edit the symbol. Now this bit of text here, what we're going to do is we're going to connect that bit of text to that record format.
Right.
So we select the text, we go up to tools, we go to, I think it's records, and link text to record. So we're going to link that bit of text to Tom's title block, and we're going to use the drawing title. And the architect's name over here, we're going to move over there, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go records, link text to record, and we'll link it to the drawing number. Cool. Where have they gone? Now when I click on that title block, Tom, I can go to data and I can type in the drawing title, site plan, and I can change the drawing number, and it works like that.
Okay.
So
Is
if
it
you want to
possible-
change, sorry?
I was gonna say, is it possible to have placeholders there so that you know that those variables exist?
In the old days you used to. Let's go back to this. Edit a 2D. Let's go. Now nothing is selected, so I'm going to assign the drawing title, the name drawing title. If I had have known you wanted to do that, what I would have done was probably to make those the default text. I don't know, we didn't go through the default, but let's go back to that. When I create this text here, I had the ability to write some default format or default text to go in there. So what I should have done was to copy that, paste it in there. And this one, drawing number, I'm gonna make it 000. So I could have added those as default text so that whenever you use it, it automatically puts that in.
It just clues you that there is a variable there and it's rated for your input.
Yep, yeah. So I think I could have done it the other way. So what I'll do is I'll delete that, let's place another one. And you notice that it says drawing title now and it says 000.
Yep.
Now, my guess is that the project in a single file like this, the project name will be consistent. So this is a new apartment for someplace. Now, if you change it in the symbol, then you don't have to edit the text on any of the other parts. It's always there. You can see new apartment for someplace, the client's name stays there. So there are some parts of my symbol that I want to be consistent for everything, and there are some parts that I want to be flexible. The parts that I want to be consistent on every drawing would be directly edited in the symbol. And the parts that I want to be flexible, you have to do the create record and the record from format, was it?
Right.
Link text to record. You've got to use the link text to record for the bits that you want to be flexible. So how's that so far?
Okay. Looks good.
Okay. So, but my issue with that, let's just move one of those out of the way. Now, one of the problems I got with that, Tom, is that later on when this project goes from some sort of simple sketch to maybe the next stage where you might have to present it to a group of people or investors, and you then need to change it from some real simple format to something which is a bit more complicated.